Hello, friends. Welcome back to the channel. It's your friend Romy again, and today we're diving deep into the fiery realms of the Elden Ring DLC. In this video, we'll be revisiting the intense challenges that await us as we face off against the formidable fire golems. These towering titans are not only a sight to behold, but also pack a punch. Are you ready to witness the epic battles and experience the thrill of victory? We'll be breaking down strategies to defeat these molten monsters, sharing tips on timing and coordination, and talking about the unique challenges they present. And of course, we can't forget the juicy rewards that come with taking them down. From exclusive gear to invaluable resources, I'll provide you with insights on all the goodies you'll snag after each victory. So grab your swords, don your best armor, and let's jump into the action. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe if you're new here, and ring that bell for notifications. Let's embark on this fiery adventure together and conquer the fire golems. Let's get started. Our journey will take us across various regions, uncovering the hidden locations of these powerful guardians. Each fire golem encounter presents a unique challenge, demanding careful strategy and a well-equipped tarnished. The 7 locations we will explore include 1. Near Scorched Ruins. 2. Near Highroad Cross side Grace. 3. Ellac River. 4. Near Castle Watering Hole. 5. Near Church District Highroad Grace. 6. Near Cerulean Coast West. 7. Near Rauh Ancient Ruins West. In early game presents a formidable challenge in the form of the Furnace Golem. Rather than focusing on the golem's massive body, aim your attacks at its legs. This will not only deal damage, but also help you avoid being caught in its powerful grab attack, which will inevitably lead to a fiery demise in its mouth. The first step to defeating the Furnace Golem is to utilize your trusty steed, Torrent. Remaining mounted throughout the encounter grants you the crucial mobility needed to avoid the golem's devastating attacks. Position yourself behind or between the golem's legs. This will provide you with a strategic advantage, helping you dodge its frontal attacks and avoid being snatched up. The Furnace Golem possesses a significant amount of health, but it can be staggered. Your goal is to stagger it 3 times. This will cause it to momentarily fall to the ground, leaving it vulnerable to your heavy attacks, the deflecting hardtier. This valuable item, obtained upon defeating the golem, can be mixed into your flask of wondrous physic, offering a significant boost to your guard counters and overall defensive prowess. The deflecting hardtier allows you to stack a damage increase for your follow-up guard counters. This is achieved by successfully deflecting attacks. Stacking the buff. Each successful deflection grants a stack, increasing the damage dealt by your next guard counter by 20%. You can stack this effect up to 4 times, resulting in a maximum damage increase of 80%. Stack duration. These stacks are temporary and reset after approximately 5 seconds of not deflecting. The second Furnace Golem, a formidable foe located near the Highroad Cross side Grace, presents a slightly more challenging encounter than its brethren. While the core strategy remains the same, focusing on its legs, this particular golem introduces new moves and patterns that require adaptation. As with other golem encounters, targeting the legs is the most effective way to deal significant damage and stagger the enemy. This remains the primary focus of your attack strategy. The Furnace Golem adds a fiery element to its repertoire. Be prepared for it to launch fireballs in your direction. When this happens, prioritize maintaining distance and swiftly dodging the projectiles. Failing to do so will result in hefty damage. A valuable item obtained by conquering the formidable golem. This rare resource offers a unique and powerful healing boost, particularly useful for supporting your allies and summons in the face of danger. While this tier is a powerful tool for bolstering your allies, it's important to note that it does not heal the tarnished who uses it. This makes the Crimson Burst Dried tier a strategic item, best utilized when focusing on supporting your companions or summoning aid. Our next target lies near the tranquil Ellac River, lurking in the shadow of Ellac River Cave Grace Point. This particular golem is a formidable foe, known for its powerful strength and alarmingly frequent fireball attacks. While the core strategy remains the same, the increased aggression of this golem brings a new challenge: stamina management. Running out of stamina in the midst of this battle can be disastrous. Without the ability to evade the golem's fireballs or land effective strikes, you will likely receive heavy damage. Once you grasp the Furnace Golem's moveset and predict its patterns, defeating it becomes a surprisingly straightforward task. Upon defeating this Furnace Golem, you will be rewarded with Viridian Tear can be mixed into your flask of wondrous physic. When the Viridian Hidden Tear is added to the flask, it eliminates all stamina consumption for a short amount of time. This may sound like a small advantage, but it has far-reaching implications for gameplay. With stamina consumption eliminated, players can attack, dodge, and block without restriction. This means that they can unleash a flurry of attacks without worrying about running out of stamina, or they can dodge and block to their heart's content without having to pause and catch their breath. The next Furnace Golem, located near the Rauh ancient ruins, west of the West Grace site, is a surprisingly manageable encounter if you know the right tactics. This particular golem boasts only one additional attack pattern compared to its counterparts: a ring of fire. However, this fiery assault is easily avoided. Simply maintain close proximity to the golem, and it will forego the ring of fire attack. Other than this new attack, the golem retains all of its familiar movements. This means you can utilize the same strategies you may have employed against other Furnace Golems. The key to victory here, as with most golem encounters, is targeting its legs. Focus your attacks on these vulnerable points, and the golem will crumble much faster than you might expect. A word of caution: while the battle itself isn't overly difficult, you should exercise caution when fighting near the edge of any cliffs in the surrounding area. The golem's attacks and your own evasive maneuvers could easily send you tumbling to your doom. Upon defeating this Furnace Golem, you will be rewarded with Crimson Sapping Cracked Tear. This rare tear is a powerful addition to your arsenal of healing options. Once obtained, it can be mixed into your flask of wondrous physic, drastically altering its capabilities. Every time you are struck by an enemy during the active effect, your flask of wondrous physic will restore 0.75% of your maximum HP. This regenerative effect lasts for 45 seconds after activating the flask. Another of these colossal mechanical beings has been spotted lurking near the Castle Watering Hole Grace site. While the sheer size and destructive power of these golems might intimidate, the battle is far from insurmountable. If you've already faced the previous Furnace Golems, you'll find this one a relatively straightforward challenge. The Castle Watering Hole Furnace Golem employs a similar attack pattern to its predecessors at the Rauh ancient ruins. This means that if you've mastered the strategies for defeating those earlier foes, you'll be well prepared to handle this new encounter. Expect a barrage of heavy strikes, sweeping attacks, and potentially some fiery breath or projectile attacks. Utilize the same tactics that worked before. Conquering the formidable Furnace Golem in your journey unlocks a powerful new tool: the Oil-Soaked Tear. This potent tear grants a significant boost to your fiery arsenal, potentially transforming your character into a one-shot machine capable of incinerating enemies in a flash. The Oil-Soaked Tear provides a 20% increase to fire damage dealt to enemies, a substantial buff that can drastically change the tide of battle. However, this fiery power comes with a time limit. The effect only lasts for 1 minute. While a limited duration, it's more than enough to unleash a devastating barrage of fire during crucial moments. The real potential of the Oil-Soaked Tear lies in its synergy with other items, particularly the flame-shrouding Cracked Tear. When combined, these two tears create a devastatingly potent fire build capable of obliterating foes in a single strike. The combination of increased fire damage from Oil-Soaked Tear and the inherent fire buff from flame-shrouding Cracked Tear can easily overwhelm enemies, particularly those vulnerable to fire. This potent combination can turn your character into a veritable human torch, capable of vaporizing foes before they even react. While the Oil-Soaked Tear offers incredible power, it's important to use it strategically. The 1-minute duration necessitates careful planning. Aim to activate it during boss encounters or when facing large groups of enemies. This will ensure you maximize its destructive potential. While the presence of another one of these lumbering behemoths might seem daunting, this encounter is relatively straightforward, unlike some of the more unpredictable encounters in the game. To rouse the sleeping golem, you'll need to head to the nearby ruins of Unte. From a specific spot within the ruins, you can easily throw a fire pot towards the golem's resting place. This will successfully awaken the slumbering beast and initiate the battle. Once the golem is awake, you can employ the same strategies you've likely used to defeat previous furnace golems. Utilize the environment to your advantage, dodging its powerful attacks and finding opportunities to land strikes on its weak points. This encounter is designed to be relatively accessible, offering a good opportunity to practice and refine your skills against a foe you may have already encountered. By following the simple steps of waking the golem and then utilizing familiar tactics, you can easily overcome this challenge. So, if you find yourself near Castle Watering Hole and stumble upon this sleepy golem, don't be intimidated. It's a relatively straightforward encounter that allows you to hone your skills and continue your journey through the lands between. Upon defeating the Furnace Golem, players are rewarded with the blood-sucking cracked tear. This mysterious tear is a rare and valuable item, one that bestows great power upon the player but comes with a significant cost. The blood-sucking cracked tear increases damage by 20%, a significant boost that can make short work of even the toughest enemies. However, this power comes at a price. The tear also drains 0.2% of the player's maximum health per second, in addition to 20 HP per second. The next Furnace Golem in your path, lurking near the Church District Highroad Grace site, is a surprisingly manageable encounter. It's crucial to dodge its initial attacks. These early strikes can be easily avoided by paying attention to its movements. Once you've created some breathing room, utilize Spirit Springs to quickly jump to a favorable position near its mouth. This offers the perfect opportunity to launch your hefty furnace pots or hefty fire pots. By simply chucking 3 to 4 hefty furnace pots into its gaping maw, you can send it crashing down in defeat. Upon defeating this furnace golem, players are rewarded with the Cerulean Sapping Cracked Tear. The Cerulean Sapping Cracked Tear is a mysterious and powerful artifact, capable of granting its wielder a significant advantage. This tear, when activated, restores focus points, FP, with every attack. Specifically, the Cerulean Sapping Cracked Tear restores 5 FP per hit. It is important to note that the Cerulean Sapping Cracked Tear only works with attacks and not with spells. This means that players must time their attacks strategically to fully maximize the tear's restorative potential. The final Furnace Golem resides near the Cerulean Coast West Grace site. To reach the optimal throwing spot, follow the path that leads you to a vantage point overlooking the golem's location. Once you reach the designated throwing spot, look for a conveniently placed tomb. This tomb provides excellent cover, allowing you to remain hidden while preparing your attack. Wait for the right moment. When the opportunity arises, launch 3 or 4 furnace pots towards the golem. Upon defeating this furnace golem, players are rewarded with the Glovewort Crystal Tear. This coveted item serves as a potent boost for players who rely on the assistance of spirits in their battles. The Glovewort Crystal Tear grants a significant 7.5% increase to summon damage, providing a substantial edge against powerful enemies or in challenging situations. It's important to remember that the effects of the Glovewort Crystal Tear are temporary. The enhanced summon damage persists for a duration of 3 minutes. If you have any issues or questions, please feel free to reach out to me in the comments. I will do my best to help. If you are new, consider subscribing. Have a great day, and as always, thanks for watching.